Bam, there we go. All right, so look, man. Monday's trading day is over with. It's your boy Montego Ramon reporting from the RizerzX channel with the news on this market Monday. I got a couple of little spots on my keyboard. Just want to knock off real quick. But yeah, we're gonna hop right into it, man. I want to talk about NQES and gold. Just do a quick analysis on those. See what kind of news releases kind of came out today, how their price might have reacted. And then we're gonna talk about going forward into Tuesday and the rest of the month. Right now the market is closed. We just want to see basically what kind of happened today. Let's see that daily candlestick. Big old doji ain't going nowhere. Right here we see prices inside this fair value, this larger fair value gap right here. As y'all can see, prices inside this larger fair value gap right here. But it doesn't seem to be going anywhere at all, which is interesting. So today looks like price didn't really do much. We bought up from these lows. This would have been a great trade, honestly, right here. On this entry here. On this fair value gap fill on the 1 hour. Remember, originally I had sales. I was selling. Man, what? Oh, I was selling from here instead of, I probably should have been looking to sell from up here. Let's see if there was any openings from that level anyways. Five gave us a nice entry right here. We were just late. Higher time frame wasn't really having it. So what I'm noticing is that like that initial higher time frame close and move, I don't always have to wait on a structural shift on structure itself. I can use that as enough to go to the lower time frame and then find my shift to structure, right? So we came into this fair value gap here on the 1 hour. We were already inside that for about 4 hour fair value gap, 4 hour fair value gap, or the 4 hour imbalance. So we were inside this gap, right? Price rejected out of there, sold off right into these gaps, and then continue up, which is a nice move. And plenty of opportunity for a trade. So we just seen a second ago that we had a nice entry on we really had an entry on, I don't like that. And then we came right into this fair value gap. Oh, that's nice. So the moves are there. I just kind of got to look a little deeper. So you seen we had this little bit of consolidation. Came over here. We didn't invert that fair value gap. We rejected, came back up, sold off. The entry should have been originally, what time was this? This was at 8:45. I was driving at that time. There was nothing I could do. Boom, a nice short came up right above that level. So right into these levels, got your 1 to 3. Probably could have got a 1 to 4 with a tighter stop, 1 to 5s. That was a nice entry. I had looked to get in on this sale in a higher time frame on the 1 hour or something like that. And we dipped a little bit into profit. And then we basically just reversed and took me out as it slowly went long for the night. Barely, but you know, nonetheless it did. Cool. And then let's see, coming into the New York Open, we had a quick sell-off in the pre-market. Filled a fair value gap right below this level, which the fair value gap was over here. Let me get this out the way. Filled a fair value gap right here. 1 second. All right, and we're back. Pause the video for a second. My daughter needs me. Like I said, we dipped into this fair value gap here. I kind of want to move all this nonsense out the way. All right, I'm gonna move all this out the way. outside of it now. But the fair value gap that we dipped into on the open was right beneath here. It's a small gap. Nonetheless, we got a reaction out of it. Price literally bought back up from there. Let's see what that look like. So let's see. We would have went long from here. That probably how you stop some of those levels. Could have targeted this Asian high, liquidity area. So once we swept the liquidity though, which is my major move, we had a turnaround. We swept it here, dipped low, came back up, swept that. And so I bet we got a shift of structure in here somewhere. So this where sell side liquidity was resting, right? And then we broke that, had a slight shift of structure in here. We didn't get nothing immediately. Then we got a fair value gap open up right here. What time was this? This is at about 11:06. Fair value gap open up in there. We'd have went for a short there. Boom. Right into this fair value gap. Probably could have had tighter stops. We got a 1 to 4 real quick. We'd have been in that trade all of about, entered on this candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. 6 minutes and done. 6 minutes and done. Oh, I like this buy right here. I like this buy right here, man. It's a nice looking buy. That was a nice buy. This was a nice buy. Boom. Stop somewhere under here. We could have targeted liquidity. 1 to 5. So these are some nice scalping moves I'm seeing. Got another entry right here. That 1 minute was eating the day. We got this entry right here, which we also had to sell. Then we also led right into a buy. So we would have went long right here. On the touch of this fair value gap. Probably out. Probably target like maybe even above this high. Maybe it was a fair value gap. I just have to look left right now to see like, do we have anything? Oh man, big fair value gaps over here. Big fair value gaps. Right, so that would have got us a 1 to 5. We'd have been in that trade all of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 minutes. 25 minutes. Probably less than that. We just took this high right here. Still got a 1 to 5. You've been in there 11:17 till 11:31, 15 minutes or less. So that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Let's back up out of here a little bit. So those are some entries, that opportunity that popped up on this price action today, which price didn't look like it moved much, but it did nonetheless. All right, let's see. I want to see ES compared to NQ. We're on the move, on the run. This thing is on the run right now. It's a nice price action. And then the thing is continuing up. So that compared to NQ, am I seeing like any SMTs? So as you can see, if I just connect these highs, right? Let me just connect those highs. And then we'll see. NQ, similar. But then from that high to this high, we got right, and ES is doing this, going up. So my thing is like, I wonder if I can basically expect NQ to rise as well. Our bottom structure still looks right. Right, so we're just right. We're still in this uptrend. We're in an uptrend. We're trending up basically. And then if you go to NQ, basically trending up. So I think we can actually possibly expect this thing to go higher. All right, I think we can possibly expect those to go higher. Which we'll see. Like I said, I always create a bias, and I'm never married to that bias. I want to see how price reacts. Because last night I expected to sell from that area, but when I got down to the lower time frame, it didn't necessarily support that. And we want to see higher time frame and lower time frames align. A lot of times, like I said, the higher time frames do take priority. There are cases where I might have just misread it or something. You know what I mean? I might have just misread it or anything. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and airdrop this to myself. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. ES is already moving higher, moving much higher today. NQ is moved high, but then it got very choppy, and now it's looking like it's gonna pull back some more before it goes higher potentially. Originally, I wanted to see a break and then sort of just retest under this level and then sell off. It did not do that. Price did not do that, and that's cool. I took that one trade. I lost that one trade, and I did not trade today. Also, I also didn't trade because I got off late. But then I was like, yeah, I was just too tired, and I'm glad I did that. Like, I was too tired to stay up to even watch the chart, so I was like, that's good. Let me just chill. That's cool. All right, cool. Let's move on to gold. What's going on with gold? Gold, like it just was recovering off a sell today, but potentially might want to go higher. You can see it dipping into this fair value gap. I am on the 1 hour right now. Dipping into this fair value gap, rejecting out of there. It may want to come lower to this fair value gap. All right, so we'll keep an eye out for that. We got moves down here. Overall, we wasn't really up on that. We actually finished the day down, then started to try to recover at the end of the day, which I think might be an internal liquidity sweep just to go lower. The market's going to open here shortly. So this is what I'm seeing so far. I think gold has the potential to bounce from this low, these lows here, around 3,900s. And it's been working its way up. I see anything on the 4 hour. Nah, man, this is a major area for a reversal, potentially. But as you can see, this is what gold does. It is the same thing here. It came down, found this low, came up here, came and retested the area that it touched before. And what's it doing here? You got 3 touches down here instead of just this one, 3 touches. And price is starting to really shift and make higher highs and higher lows. So looks similar where we're sitting in this level of resistance right here. This here. You turn this into support. We have a trend. It look like we have a trend going on from here to here. It look like price really wants to go higher. So we'll see, man. We're gonna see how it just continues to play out. Opportunities popping up. Did any opportunities even pop up today? That was a question. As far as gold, let me see, man. See what's going on. Go down to the lower time frame. Go down to the 30-minute. And these sales was here though, man. This is a nice sell. Just reaching back into that gap, especially after the double top. Go down to 15 minutes. This is the double top right here. Right, so you got a double top. double top. All right, got the double tops there. Price sold off from there. All right, price, these double tops, boom, sold off. Had a little bit of consolidation in here, pulled back a little bit. This London session sold off again. Back into the field. We're gonna get this fair value gap. That'll probably been a nice sell too. We pulled back into a fair value gap and imbalance. Saw that for a little bit, rejecting out there. Boom. Sold off, reaching a little deeper. There's a tiny fair value gap in here. There's probably something on the lower time frame as well. So you make a lower highs and lower lows, barely, before this reversal right here, which basically broke above this high. Then dip right back into here, kind of basically almost creating shifting structure, and then we bought up, right? We bought up. Okay, so am I seeing any other opportunity that popped up? What would I have looked to got into? This would have been nice, a nice trade. Do we have anything? This would have been a nice sell in London. Even this one, I don't know about this guy. Well, we dipped into a fair value gap right here. Could have just bought up. We dipped into another one. So he dipped into the gaps right here. The reason I'm always calling the fair value gaps though, because those are my entry points. I'm looking for those. I'm looking for those. And he came right back over here. Boom, boom, boom. We gone. I think that's pretty much all I got, man. I want to see the news real quick. Let's pull up the news and see what Trump and them got going on, man. I am absolutely tired. Probably want to take a nap. What's going on? We're gonna go to Safari. Let's go. We're going to Forex Factory. So it's Monday. Monday, we only had this one piece of news. For real, one high impact heavy news. It actually came out worse than the forecast, but we actually moved higher. We moved higher, which is pretty interesting. What are you talking about here? What they say happened? Let's see. Thank you, Isabel. Fair value forward guidance can be a hindrance if it is too strong or rigid. Forward guidance also problematic when policymakers confront different economic outcomes. So it can probably occur. When it works, forward guidance can be speeded and impacted much of the policy. As in late 2021, the Washington is not coming on current economic policy outlook. Whoa. Translation target is an incredible pledge. Okay. I gotta read through all of this, see what's going on. So seems like as of right now, they are, we don't know which way the economy is gonna go. We don't know. Forward guidance is to be determined as of right now. Okay, that's cool with me. But it would make sense. That's also in the technicals, right? This is also why price looks the way it looks. If you look at NQ, I feel like this is also reflected in technicals, right? Where we're creating this symmetrical triangle. Basically prices wedging, and then a breakout should come soon with some big news. I want to do some deeper research on that. See, just like, okay, what are we doing? What is going on? What else big out there is we trying to do? Most everybody, we know we got the AI race going on. We had almost a war with Iran. We had a war with Iran, or trying to come to a deal with Iran in the Strait of Hormuz. What else? They falling out in France because it's so damn hot. I don't really know too much else going on, you know, other than those things, you know what I mean? Like, that are super important. We got, obviously we're trying to figure out the economy, and they're trying to reach this inflation target to keep the economy balanced and growing at a desirable pace. So we just gonna, hey man, we're gonna keep our eyes peeled, keep doing our technical analysis, and let that guide us, you know, as we continue to move forward. And we'll just be a little aware of that in the charts as well too. I think this is gonna send the economy backwards, especially going into, like I said, August, September, October. I think we're gonna sell off, and they're just preparing for the sell off. We might get a nice push up before we go right down. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. So, hey man, it's your boy Montego Ramon with the RizerzX channel. Rise to the occasion. Man, y'all have a great day. Happy trading.